we ended up with two very good kickers, and both of them mean a lot to this group. One we call Special K. Austin had the ability, you saw it in the video, and actually we did it in the Huntington Beach game, the ability to onside kick and pop it up became an offensive weapon for us.
Yeah.
Also, there was a kid that we ended up calling Autumn.
Automatic. Automatic.
Automatic. Have a good future in special teams going forward. I hope they stay with the program. Both would be very good kickers, and they did a whale of good for us in the last two games. For this, they're awarded the most valuable player special teams.
Hey, just one of my favorite things as a freshman coach is going to the varsity games and just reminding all those seniors just, you know, where they used to be as freshmen. A lot of them were second and third string guys who didn't get a lot of playing time, and now they're starting at the varsity level. So Cordero was very special that we were able to put him in a lot of different positions, and which is tough. You know, you got to learn a few defenses. We threw him in on offense, but the thing that impressed me the most and why I voted for him, my first choice was 110, is he put his dues in on scout team, which if you've ever been to our practice, you got our first string offensive, you know, coming at you, our first string defensive, and you got to stand there and take the hits and stand up again and say, bring it on. And that makes our team better. And so I want to just say a special thank you to Cordero here for helping make our team better.
We started off the first day of practice. I remember this guy coming up to me and saying, what can I do to be better? So often we have to sit down and tell somebody, this is what you got to do to be better. But for them to come up and recognize that they were trying to, from the very first moment, excel at football, it was something very special to us. This kid, he called our signals for us on defense the entire year. We went through a transformation of 3 different defenses. We learned a lot about character of people through making these defensive changes. Sean Alger. On Scout D, he organized a group of people every day to make sure that we had the best defense going against our first O. He was in on every defensive series, on every defensive play. He was on special teams. We made him a tight end, a fullback. A coach's award is something where you know that when you tell something to somebody, you can count on it, you can go to the bank on it, but it's going to get done. And this is what I felt about Sean Alger. If I told him that I needed him to play fullback, because it was very special for us to get that done, we knew he was going to contribute and he was going to have a big game. Sean Alger.
First of all, I'm proud to be a Warrior, and I'm honored to, Warrior all my life, class of '84 right here, all right. In my class, we started the tradition, and this year we always like to say to my linemen, I always said the same thing, a new tradition begins with you, and making those steps to get better and better. From the very beginning, this gentleman exemplified what I, as a coachable person. Just outstanding, came in, started for me both ways with one of my captains, and again, it was just a great honor to have been having the opportunity to coach him and to be a part of this team. This award goes to Cash Rogers. First of all, the Bushido Award. Bushido is kind of our, what do we call that? It's what we consider the way of the warrior. It's those individuals that sacrifice themselves for the better of the team and are the best representation of what a true warrior football player is. Coachable, outstanding athlete, started both ways, got better and better, and as you saw, he just started knocking people away. This year's Bushido Award, Nick Strange. Receives his plaque, he'll always remember that he is the most valuable player. And I still believe that too as well. He is my most valuable player. Outstanding lineman. He reminds me of me. A future all-league center, hopefully. We have some potential to be great. And yes, we do know who we're talking about. Started both ways for me, and right from the beginning, he established himself as my leader, as my captain. Wyatt, settle down. He established himself right away as the man that lines people up, got them going. And with our linemen, as they all know, a lot of them were very, very new to it. And he was the one that led that charge. And as you see, from our very first game to the very last game, we had nothing but studs up front. I'm so proud and honored again to be able to coach our linemen. It was great to come back as a former player, as a teacher, as a true warrior. It was really nice. And again, on a side note, it was just an honor to be able to coach you. Again, my most valuable player and the most valuable player of the linemen, Taylor Evans.
As part of that, every time we installed something new, immediately did he not only know what he needed to do, he knew what the other 10 players on the field should do. He was a great leader. He was a great instructor to others. He was inspirational. He was our great, most valuable player on defense, Ben White.
I appreciate Taylor and his sacrifice for the team a lot of times because he was also playing full-time on defense as a safety, which means you're running the entire time. And then we flip around and he stays on the field as a tailback. And he can never take a play off as a tailback. And I just appreciate him. He got better and better. As Yoda says, you know, size matters not. So, it worked to his advantage that he just snuck through the lines and he was deadly on offense. And I appreciate his attitude and him sacrificing himself for a team. So, Taylor Perez, great job.
All right. Okay, Peter Gallery, listen up. Now, guys, one of the things, like 30 years ago and 50 pounds ago, I used to play quarterback once upon a decade, and that's probably why Coach has me come back and attempt to coach quarterbacks, especially our younger incoming guys. The quarterbacks we've had come through Woodbridge over the past 25 years. I had the pleasure of coaching them at the freshman level, and we've had guys go on to play at major universities. And I can tell you right now that Max made as many big plays on game day as any of the other quarterbacks that we've had come through here that went on to bigger and better things. And the first bigger and better thing for Max is just going to be next year. And Max has the potential and ability to impact on the next level. And again, I'm really going to look forward to Max's career here at Woodbridge over the next 3 years because I really feel he's a special player. And it's not easy playing for me. Sometimes, sometimes if Max were to forget a play or a snap count or zip motion, I would get upset, but only because Coach Cotty was in my ear getting upset. But it's not an easy position to play, and I'm not always an easy guy to play for, and I do tend to get a little excited at times. But Max, to his credit, which is not easy for freshmen, is a very even keel about him, and that is what allows him to play well under adversity and adverse conditions. And he got a dose of adversity both between the white lines, and sometimes we unfortunately came to the sideline and I was waiting for him. So I want to thank Max for his efforts. Truly an outstanding player and one of the co-MVPs of our team this year.